Hey guys, welcome back to another video to the Right to Think channel. Today we're going to continue on with the Somali daycare fraud that has been sweeping the nation. First, let's take a look at this from Nick Sorter. And he said, LAMO, the owner of Somali Nokomi's daycare, is doubling down, saying someone broke in and stole student enrollment and employee documentation. Even though Minneapolis police says he's lying, nothing was stolen. This is crazy. This is, as Nick puts it, this is just beyond parody at this point. And of course, there's always a self-hating white woman behind him holding a sign about racism. Of course, where would this country be without a Karen in the mix of everything? Let's take a look at the owner of Somali Nokomi's daycare has to say.
Unfortunately, we saw that there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were
Look
also
at the Karen shaking her head.
checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were from our book. This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community.
Documentation and ripped
As
apart
one
the checkbook.
video
Wow.
made by a specific individual made this all happen. We've been receiving hateful messages through our voice notes threatening us.
Nope, couldn't leave out
Since the
hateful
past couple of
messages
days.
out.
Including one that happened yesterday morning when after the break-in. This is frightening and exhausting because this is happening to us Somali communities as Somali Americans. We are supposed to stand with each other and help each other through everything that's happening. This is also sad that a video can cause all of this.
A video that
I
exposed
want
the
to say that there are
scheme.
hundreds of daycares out there, Somali daycares that are out there, and we all
And most of them, if
help
not
our
all,
children and
are
everyone
frauds.
in our community. We have high quality daycares, and this is very sad news
Not
that
from where Nick saw.
one individual who made a false claim about fraud that is happening in daycares helped engage everyone else to come and do this to us.
This is insane, guys. Anyway, let's see some of the comments real quick here. Never in the history of the burglaries has anyone broken into daycare to steal employees and enrollment records and rip up checkbooks. That's right. There was nothing valuable. Apparently, those are more valuable than money. Anyways, let's see. Something just happened also, and here Nick also posted that CBS attempted to discredit Nick Sorter by showing that there were actually four children, guys, in the ABC Learning Center the day he visited. Oh wow, this is insane. But what CBS actually did was prove him right. Babysitting 4 kids while the federal government pays you for 40 kids is a fraud. This place has taken almost $3 million in subsidies over 3 years. What are these 4 kids eating? Gold nuggets? And to top it off, they asked the owner if he was committing fraud, and he gave the most unconvincing no in history. Mainstream media has zero credibility. I agree with that. Mainstream media sucks. Let's see what this guy has to say.
Daycare committing fraud?
No, we're not committing fraud.
Hassan showed us security footage from the same day Shirley was here. According to the timestamps in the videos, this woman takes a young child into the center at around 9 a.m. that day, about 3 hours before Shirley arrives at the door closer to the street. Within the hour after Shirley leaves, a woman arrives at the other door with a stroller. A larger family heads inside a few hours later.
Is this daycare committing fraud?
No, we're not committing fraud.
Hassan showed us security footage from the same day Shirley was here. According to the timestamps in the videos, this woman takes a young child into the center at around 9 a.m. that day, about 3 hours before Shirley arrives at the door closer to the street. Within the hour after Shirley leaves, a woman arrives at the other door with a stroller. A larger family heads inside a few hours later.
Looks like it was just repeating, but there you go. $3 million for 4 kids. Yep, this is legitimate. Don't ask questions, guys. Do not ask questions because you are racist if you do. Anyways, let's take a look at this. Now, the mainstream media and CNN are all rushing in to defend the Somali daycare fraud. Of course, why would they not? Let's see what they have to say.
Who is he? Like, who gave this guy a license to go around and say, I couldn't get into daycare centers, the doors were locked? Like, nobody should be able to walk into a daycare center because the doors are locked. These random vigilante justice seekers who ordain themselves like some sort of law enforcement expert, like he's a random YouTuber. And I just find it laughable that the party of the self-proclaimed pro-life people are celebrating cutting off funding to children. White evangelical crowd who purports to uphold Christian values are celebrating targeting communities because of their ethnicity and cutting off care to children.
You know, honestly, you knock on the door of a daycare center and you're like, let me in, let me in. What do you expect people to do? You know,
did Nick do that? I don't think Nick did that. He just knocked and asked for help. He wasn't banging on the door as Abby from CNN is saying.
Oh, in some of those cases, there were children in there. What do you want people to do in that situation? Open the door and say, come on in, when they know?
Yeah, open the door, come on in. How can I help you? How old is your child? What kind of daycare services are you looking for? Here's a brochure. All of that.
That the Somali community is under attack, is being threatened every single day?
The Somali community is not under attack. It's the people who is committing the fraud, who happens to be Somali, are under attack.
Did you come during our normal operating hours when you came to visit?
I came at 11 a.m., I believe, and I also came the following day, later in the day. The point of it is not whether or not I came at the right time of their operation hours. The point is that blacked out doors, they can't give you any information. You call that number, no one answers.
Imagine going to a daycare to look for a daycare service for your kids and you see a blackout door. Wouldn't that be a big red flag?
There should be a way for somebody to actually be able to call that number and somebody be able to answer. These aren't real businesses.
But surely you don't think a daycare should just be unlocked. You shouldn't be able to just walk into a
There should be a
daycare.
reception.
No, every
Nick
daycare
is
is locked.
totally right. It should be a reception.
But why can't they actually give me information how to enroll a child?
But you know, in the homeless shelters I run, we have daycare centers. If someone just showed up at the door banging to say, I want to, bring a child,
Nobody's
we
banging,
would not
lady.
let them in. We don't let people who are unauthorized come in to daycare centers.
As a parent of a 3-year-old in daycare, I can tell you, the doors should be locked. Okay, you gotta lock the doors.
Wow,
I
this
pay
guy
thousands of
just
dollars. I
looks
can't get into
liberal.
that daycare center. If I go up,
Soy
it's locked.
boy alert.
Okay, and I actually have a reason to be there. And by the way, they're definitely locked when the school's not on. And the guy went there before the school opened, and then he's like, "How come they won't let me to the school? It wasn't even open."
Minnesota officials say that each of the facilities that he visited had been visited at least once in the last 6 months, and so far they found no evidence of fraud. So
if there's no evidence of fraud, then what are we fighting for? Prove it. It's so easy to do. Just prove it. Why did all the building that Nick Shirley went and knocked on, no one was there? And if someone was there, they all sounded pissed off that he was knocking, and there were no children. Blackout doors, and people are threatening him. Why is this happening? It is so easy. If it's legitimate business, prove it.
you have to provide actual evidence of fraud before just walking up to a building and saying, fraud is happening here.
Nick Shirley's reporting there's no way that this kid walking around uncovered $100 million worth of fraud on his own. There have been tons of people working behind the scenes quietly, including independent local journalists that have been exposing this.
According to federal prosecutors, it was really during COVID that fraudsters set up these fake restaurants or shared businesses and health clinics.
Let's take a look now at this TikTok lady. She apparently
So let me take you guys.
Went to the daycare, a legitimate daycare, and totally destroyed the left-wing media news about everything they're accusing Nick of doing. Let's take a look.
It's for all the people in Minnesota that are out there. I'm at my son's school right now. Let's walk in. All right, so I'm gonna go to this front door right here, right? For all the people that are like, oh, we wouldn't just let randoms in. Well, you can't just let randoms in because it's locked, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna ring this bell right here. They're gonna let me in. You see how that works? They see me. Hi, guys. All right, just in case nobody. And also, if I need a brochure for the daycare, nobody handed Nick Shirley a brochure. Nobody handed Nick Shirley a brochure.
And a reception area.
How are you guys?
What a surprising
Yeah, nobody handed
take.
Nick Shirley a brochure. Hello, how are you? Thank you. How was he today? Okay, good. Good. Oh, I didn't even notice if I want a business card. I can get a business card too, guys. See how that works? I walk out, the door automatically locks. Also, sorry guys, if I need something, there's something right here that I could get. You feel me? So this is what I'm telling you. Why did none of those daycare owners offer Nick Shirley? Come on, babe. You ready?
Because they were
Why did
frauds.
say bye, boy? Offer Nick Shirley a brochure. Say bye to your friend. It's cold, y'all. His hands are gonna be frozen. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Nick Shirley's not crazy. It's simple. They could have handled.
Did you see the difference between a legitimate business and the buildings that Nick Shirley visited? Night and day. The experience this woman had is the experience I had when I had to take my kids to daycare. As simple as that. That's how every daycare, as far as I know, are. So for these left-wing fake newscaster come out and said that everything Nick did was just not right. They all have their doors locked. They don't open just for anybody. Did you come at the right time? It's just crazy. Just excuses after excuses to excuse the fraud that is going on there. I'm sure some of these people are maybe even on the take. Who knows? Anyways, let's take a look at some memes around it. Some of these memes is great. This channel is called Puppetgate. Give them a follow. Good stuff.
So this is Quality Learning Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up!
said they spelled learning wrong.
Don't open up!
How do you have ice here, man? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up!
Yes, we definitely need an army of Nick Shirleys in this country. Less Harry Sisson. And the Krasenstein's brothers. We can do without them too. look at Tampon Tim. Oh my goodness! Is this just me? But does this guy remind you of the sloth in the movie The Goonies? This guy's like the black version of the sloth. Remember that? Hey, you guys! Learning. This is great. Of course, Biden is there. Graduated with honor. Ilhan Omar as well. Fake news, man. Fake news. Oh, Nick has been doing such a great job. Yeah, Pam, do something. Do something. Pam and Patel. Yep, Nick has been a gangster. Liberals run. Oh my goodness. Boy, ain't that the truth. Oh, this is great. Look at the gold chains. CEO of Learning Center. Oh, wow. Is this supposed to be? Never mind. Tampon Tim strikes again. Frauds. I don't care what anybody says. This is right. This is exactly what they're doing. Trump, do something, Trump.
Quality Learning Center, welcome. Come on in, let me show you around. Look at all this space, plenty of room for learning. Over here, this is the money counting room. My guys keep it moving. Hey. And right next door, the very important fraud department. Paperwork for days. So what are you waiting for? Call today. I am the captain now.
Join Papagate Plus and become a member. Otherwise.
Anyways, guys, this was great. We had a good laugh at the end. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment below what you like about it, any ideas. I'm still new at this. Your input would be greatly appreciated. Thank you for watching. Subscribe.